Grand Rising and Wholeness family. Welcome to Homeschool Approach to Holistic Health. I'm your nutrition assistant, Coach Scott, here in a very tranquil place of business. You're going to love my next guest. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. And before we do, you know how I like to show you around. So this is her beautiful, quaint spot. And there she is. Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
Can you introduce yourself for us, please?
My name is Adriena Dame, and I am a loving kindness practitioner, intuitive, and bodywork practitioner. And and we're here at HighVibe Living. I serve the local community, but I also offer a variety of virtual services.
And I can vouch for that. I remember going to one of her circles, and my husband felt the vibe and said, okay, yeah, these are your people. So I am so grateful to be here. If you don't mind, show us around. We want to see it. So beautiful.
Yeah. So in this space, that we're in this room that we're in, I do Thai Yoga Bodywork.
Good stuff.
So generally I'll break out this mat and set it up here on the floor, and Thai Yoga Bodywork is a really dynamic practice. It's focused on allowing the practitioner to do the stretching for the client, and it makes for a really awesome opportunity to open up the joints, get those muscles shifting and moving and lengthening. So it's a really powerful practice, and I love doing this work.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So I also do a lot of sound therapy in this space as well. Sound healing. You may have heard it as a sound bathing.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Here, it's so beautiful.
This is the space that I typically do massage and body work in.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So it stays nice and quiet in here, and people can just let themselves go and know that they're in a safe space and be taken care of.
Good stuff. And you know, I just want to know about every individual little thing. Like, I'm looking at the little red bow over here. I'm like, what is that for? It's so beautiful. I love to look at the intimate details of when someone has...
One of the things I love to... I have some little tools here. I don't know how well you can see it in this dark lighting.
Yeah.
But this upon viewing is an Asian soup bowl.
Sweet.
Soup spoon. And so I use this to perform what's called gua sha. It's a form of Chinese medicine.
Sweet.
And then I also do cupping. So I use these cups.
Okay, now I have heard of cupping.
And probably... These are cups that are typically used for stationary purposes.
Okay.
The only time I would use these in a gliding fashion is if I'm doing lymphatic drainage work. And if I'm doing lymphatic drainage work, I connect this to the pump here, so it creates that vacuum suction.
Oh, wow.
And then I can glide this along the skin and move the fascia, move stuck energy.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I remember, excuse me, I remember seeing an article regarding ancestors doing cupping up the spine.
Yes.
Some time ago. Is that similar?
Yeah,
or?
it's the same thing. Our ancestors did cupping using animal horns.
Oh,
and,
wow.
In order to create the vacuum effect, to create negative pressure, they would literally suck air, like with a straw. Like
Sweet.
if you were sucking through a straw.
Yeah.
Same thing, only with an animal horn.
Wow.
And it's really good for stimulating the central nervous system, to create some decompression through the spine, get the vertebra, some space.
Right.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, the only other thing I feel like I have to get every little space.
This is where she washes her hands.
So the last thing, before we just sit down and have a nice little interview, I was curious, the books that you have, because I came in with the books. If you can just recommend maybe.
Oh, okay.
Three.
My go-to book here, this book, it's called The Tibetan Book of Living and Dying.
Sweet.
This is the book that exposed me to the truth about why I'm here.
Good stuff.
And I'm here to serve, and it's focused on living and dying, and it's focused on, especially on the dying piece, living a life that you can be. A life of service. Living a life of service is the main takeaway from this book.
Good stuff.
And so this is a really great book. And you can read it like 10 different times feel like you're reading a different book each time.
Yeah. I love those type books.
These two books are also go-to books for me. And actually the sister book to this is called The Secret Language of Birthdays. It's a blue book.
Which is my favorite.
Yeah, it's a really good book. Love that. People love to just understand their signs, and I use this as a companion book to help people better understand their moon signs, because there is a difference between the sun, moon, and ascending signs and all the other aspects of astrology. Good so stuff. These are my favorites. And then, of course, I mean, I know you said 3, but...
No, 4 is 5, 4 is 5.
You know, this is like our Bible. Like, as a yoga student, you know, when I was in yoga teacher training, this was like the book. Okay. Like, this is the book. And so I refer to this book a lot to look up different modifications for clients who need modifications. So
good stuff. Good stuff. Yay. Thank you. And I actually brought 3 books as well, just to share. And then I brought you a gift.
Okay.
So we're going to sit right here and just share with each other.
That sounds good.
Oh, and the gift is in your refrigerator. Can I get it out? Or?
Yeah. You
okay. I like that. This is where she washed her hands.
Yes. Well, because my other space, I didn't have a sink in my office. I had to go down to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
And so I really can appreciate
having a sink.
Yes, having a sink.
Okay, I love the little space. Oh, I was supposed to pull these out.
Yeah, you could grab a bolster. Let me grab that one.
Okay. I'm telling you guys, I am in my element right now.
Oh, I didn't see the picture.
I drew it. Doesn't it look like her? She's so beautiful.
That's a wonderful special touch. Oh, thank you.
You're most welcome. And I remember the last time we were together, you were doing raw plant-based. Mm-hmm. Are you still doing that? Have you?
Yeah. So when we met, I was doing. Well, we met at our restaurant.
No, we met before then.
Did we?
We did. I started coming to your restaurant. Where did we meet?
I thought we met at the restaurant all this time.
I felt like when I met you, I always knew you.
Oh my God!
But I came to the restaurant. I came to the restaurant because we had already met.
Where did we meet?
I don't know.
Okay, so
she's
now
gonna have to come back.
I'm gonna lose it because I've been thinking this whole time that we met at the restaurant.
Melwood. My aunt knew you at Melwood.
Who's your aunt?
You Nina.
Yes, that's right.
I don't feel like we met there though.
I don't think we met there. But maybe, did she send you to the restaurant?
No, I told you about her when we was at the restaurant.
Yeah.
But I knew you. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I might have to put it in.
One of these days.
She's just got one of those spirits that that you just connect to, and oh my gosh. But I remembered that you were, because when I first met you, you weren't raw. You just decided to go raw.
Yeah, I went raw, and I'm still mostly raw.
Okay. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm not really completely raw, but but I especially in the wintertime in Kentucky, it's a little more challenging to be raw.
Yeah.
But I just thought this would be fun to bring some books for you too. I thought this was exciting.
Okay.
Taoist astrology healing. Have you ever heard of this?
Yes.
One?
Yes.
Absolutely. Mantak-chia. So, because I knew she could inform me. Like, I'm going to be the student today. So, Taoist, like, you know much about the Tao?
Yeah. I mean, it's a philosophy that is as ancient as Dharma. You know?
Okay. And we can get into it because I still haven't even formally went deeper to find out who you are. And I knew you would know about this one, the naturopathic Reiki. I did my first class in Reiki. Finally. So have you ever heard of
no.
I think it's Dr. Gray.
No, I haven't.
You never heard of her. And then the last one, because you guys know I'm all about the homeschool approach to holistic health. If you I'm really about self-help books. So this one's just The Secret of the Spa. So do you do a lot of recommendations when it comes to the clients going doing their own at home?
Oh, absolutely. I'm all about empowerment. I want people to be self-sufficient and
everything
have
that
tools that they can use on their own and not be dependent on other people.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. So give us on a deeper level, who is Adriena on a deep level? And I'm telling you, sometimes you can just look at people. She just looks deep. Like, I'm in love with the hair. The last time I was with you, your hair, you were short.
Yeah.
And she's told me off camera it's grown back twice this much since then.
Yeah.
And she's just one of those people that can just...
Yeah, I never knew that. I never knew that growing up.
Right.
Because growing up, I had a perm.
Oh, okay.
And that's just how it was. And so I never knew anything different. And it wasn't until I had my son that I realized that, or until I was pregnant, and I stopped getting the perms, that I was drawn to discovering, like, what do I actually look like?
Right.
Like, for real.
That's right.
In natural form.
That's right.
So I stopped perms and let that grow out, cut my hair, and then I discovered, like, wow.
Right.
Why is this social conditioning happening this way? Like, I missed all these fabulous years of just being in my element with my hair and not having to worry about sitting, getting a perm, getting my hair curled, sitting under a dryer, being tortured by those clips. Just too much. I'm liberated.
Beautifully expressing herself. I love it. So on a deeper level, did that help you find that deeper Adriena?
No. So my belief is that we are all divinity inhabiting this human experience.
Agreed.
And I believe that once you discover that quintessential truth about yourself, it helps to pave the way for everything else you do. It helps you to have a sense of deep and abiding purpose and an appreciation for the gift of life, right?
That's
right. So I when I think of the question, like, who are you on a deeper level, right? I am an incarnation of spiritual love. And that shows up in all kinds of different ways. And I'm using this body. It's housing me here on this journey.
Yes.
So I try to take good care of it, so that I can be here as long as possible.
Right.
So I'm on a journey, and I'm living my purpose, which is to help to contribute to the freedom of other people and the compassion of people, and just love. I'm here to love people.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And help them to discover those answers for themselves, you know? To nudge, you know, and encourage.
Agree.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel that with you. I commend you for your services.
Thank
I mean,
you.
just the way that, again, not even being able to remember exactly where we met, I remember a connection. Like I said, even coming to the restaurant, I know that was not our first encounter, but I remember coming because I was drawn. I remember coming and having a really good time. I remember befriending all your friends. I remember, you know, just so much of that day. And with all that being said, I can truly vouch for you loving other people. So a question that I also have is, how do you love self?
Yeah. So I love self in a lot of different ways. One of the ways that I love self is to honor what I know about who self is.
Okay.
And, you know, I've already kind of shared that component, that knowing that we are all divinity inhabiting this multi-sensory, multi-dimensional human experience. Great, cool, yay. Okay. So one of the ways for me that it's important for me to remain humble is to actively engage in a life that reflects that I know that we are all connected.
True.
That we are all sentient beings on this journey together. So one of the ways that I love myself as a part of the grand scheme of all is to love other people.
Okay.
To be kind to people, even when I don't, in all my humanness, want to be kind. I feel like being kind.
Oh, not you
like,
ever.
What? Like, yeah.
She's never like that. I don't know where she's at right now.
But, you know, I'm human. And so one of the things that that for me is a great practice is to, even when I'm at my own, I've reached some kind of a deficit, or I'm hurting, or I'm seeing things happen in the world that conflict with the very nature of my being, you know, which is love, right? And I'm seeing hateful things happening, and I'm seeing the people who are doing the hateful things. I still love them.
Right.
I still send them those high vibrational frequencies.
Agreed.
Even when they are doing wrong. And so that's a really big piece for me, because I'm, as an empath, I'm constantly feeling things. And, you know, I can't live a life of disregarding the things that are happening in the world or pretending like they don't exist. What I can do is send out love, right? And then still be able to have time to, like, live in my bubble, right? A bubble, my happy bubble. I have to have a happy bubble. So my happy bubble includes wrestling with my son. That's one of the things we love to do. Like, we wrestle with each other. That, for me, feeds my soul in a way that, oh my gosh. I eat, you know, foods that make me happy. Most of those foods are healthy foods. I do have some guilty pleasures.
Sounds familiar.
Like I said, I am also human. Right? And we've got the divine, but we've got, like, our humanness too, right? So, yeah. I love pie.
And she makes the best key lime pie. What was my other favorite? I used to come and get the key lime. We got key lime for Pete's birthday, and then what? It was another one.
Was it a pie?
It was a pie.
It was probably the sweet potato pie.
No, remember I was doing Dr. Sabi then.
Oh,
key lime and it was two pies that I was getting, and they were wonderful.
Well, I'm salivating right now.
That key lime was no joke, because we were running around forever doing the Dr. Sabi fast, and was like, we're hungry. And we found, I can say this right, Nola Flair.
Nope.
That's not right. Love affair.
Well, we ended up doing a name change because people thought we were serving Cajun food, Louisiana-born food. But it's a love affair.
Love affair. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Love
then
affair.
I think Nene messed me up with Nola Fair. Like, I'm blaming it on Nene. Like, but so what? You and I don't want to jump. Are you thinking about bringing that back, or
we have talked about and are talking about and looking at how that would work. To bring, resurrect some of our recipes, some of our foods to be sold like in stores, not in the form of a restaurant. Because one thing I discovered after owning a restaurant is that I don't want to work in a restaurant. I don't want to work in a restaurant. I love serving the community. I love all the connections we made. I love just the energy of it all, but when it wasn't until we closed that I discovered what a toll it was taking. Because we were working all the time.
I can believe it.
If we weren't preparing food, we were preparing food. So standing all the time, and you really can't just take a vacation and. Yeah.
No, because we be hungry.
Yeah.
But they were
so
good
I didn't
at
cook for like
it.
3 years after we closed.
Okay. I believe it.
Yeah, I stopped
And that
cooking.
may have been why you went
made
raw.
It really easy to be raw. It's like, I don't have to blend anything. I don't have to stir anything. I can just eat produce, just fresh produce.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I remember I was looking at your Facebooks, and you had like one time there was this little tin can, and it had a nut. It had nuts in it. It had like an apple, and I was just, and it was just different little stuff, and I was like, why does that look like a really good meal?
And it was good. It was good, and it's so easy.
And I was like,
Yeah.
And I actually went raw probably not too much longer after that.
Yeah,
so.
just good. It's so easy to, for me, one of the things that having the restaurant taught, especially a healthy vegan restaurant, we were plant-based, and then we were doing a lot of oil-free options, and as we were learning and evolving with the demand for heart-healthy foods and all of that, is it taught me just how simple eating can be. So now, because some of our recipes are really complex, right, and they're some of our top sellers too, really complex recipes. So when we shifted away from the restaurant, what I needed for my life was simplicity, and so I adopted a way of eating and a way of thinking about food that's just very basic. It's very basic. Just in terms of, my partner has all kinds of food sensitivities, right? There's gluten, which isn't good for anybody, really. So there's gluten, there's soy, all the preservatives and additives and the junk that gets put in our food. But anyway, so these things make you sick, right?
Right.
And who wants to sit up and prepare this big luxurious meal, and it takes time. And then you eat, and then an hour later, you can't stand up because your stomach is swollen out, your gut's swollen out to here, right?
Tell the truth.
So really simple. If I cook food, it's simple. If I eat raw, it's simple.
Oh, okay.
I don't spend a lot of time thinking about what I'm going to eat.
Right.
Because when you think about how much time we spend thinking about what
this
we're going
so
to eat,
true.
it's exhausting.
This is so true. I remember when I was on the fast with Dr. Sabi, I just asked myself, is there ever going to be a time that I'm not thinking about food? And when I asked you to do the interview, I was just like, I think I started even talking about food then, and you was like, yeah, my life doesn't really, I don't let my life revolve around food.
Yeah.
I let the food, how did you word that?
I don't know. I just whatever it was.
It was good. It was good. I think you
gosh.
said, I don't allow food to run my life or something like that.
Yeah.
I was just like, Yeah.
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 Yeah. I just eat when I'm hungry.
That was it.
I make sure I have available options that are going to be good for me. Like in my refrigerator here, I keep spinach in there. I grab it and I smash it into my face and I chew. That's my meal, right? And I keep some carrots. I have some nuts and seeds. I'm good.
That's right. That's
a little oat milk yogurt.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. And that also is a lot easier when you are being, again, of so much service. And then we don't just eat physically. We eat emotionally. We eat mentally. We eat spiritually. And you do that very well. Share. How do you eat? Like when you're, again, restaurant, we get it. You're standing up physically, doing all these things. But what about emotionally when someone like me comes with a breakdown and help me, Adriena?
Oh my gosh. Like those are some of the best times ever.
Good stuff.
Because, I've had people come in and they've booked like a 2-hour massage, right? And their upper traps hurt and their low back hurts, and they get here and they never get on the table.
We're just talking and releasing.
They're releasing.
Good stuff.
And it's so awesome. Or if they do get on the table, they talk the whole time, and I'm there to hold safe space for that. So, for me, if I'm understanding the question correctly, are you asking me, like, how do I have the capacity to hold space for that?
Hold space is a very good answer. Also, how do you, like eating, I'm trying to look for a better verb as opposed to eating. How do you absorb energy on a spiritual level, even if it doesn't have to be with the person? Because I do believe that we're all electricity, we're all energy, and we're exchanging mutually right now, and it's exciting, and I'm in the Adriena vibe, and
Adriena.
I did it again. I hate that. Okay, so I've been
calling me that for so long that it's literally ingrained now. So she's never gonna actually say my name, pronounce it correctly. Okay.
Because when I'm with her, I don't call her name. When I'm with everybody else, which is probably why they don't know who I'm talking about. I'm like, you have to know her. She's a staple in Kentucky. How do you not know her? Maybe because you're not saying her name right.
That's not her.
So like, how do you eat? I mean, it's kind of like back to that same self-love question again. Like,
how do I take care of myself emotionally?
Yeah, emotionally, mentally, spiritually.
Yeah.
We're multi-dimensional beings.
Yeah.
So there's so many levels of nurturing that needs to take place, namely because you are so giving of self.
Yeah.
So then how do you pull back in from that universal source? When, how,
Yeah, so I meditate.
Definitely.
And I do it in my way. I don't really prescribe to any methods. I don't believe in them. I believe that it's important to access meditative experiences in the ways that you need to do it.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And so one of my favorite meditations, though, is Metta meditation, loving kindness meditation. That book, that Tibetan book of living and dying, it's all rooted in metta. It's all rooted in loving kindness. And so what I have found for myself is that that's the most powerful way for me to meditate, and I'm doing it seated. I'm doing it lying down. I'm doing it before I go to bed at night. I'm doing it when I'm working on clients. I'm doing it all the time. I'm doing it right here with you right now.
That's right.
But essentially, that brings about for me opportunities to release whatever I need to release, because the mantra for this meditation that I use is, it's really simple and it's really powerful, and and when I'm teaching this meditation to other people, one of the ways that I'll do it is I'll have them visualize someone that they deeply love and care about, right? And to hold that image of that person, whether it's a still image like a picture, or if it's animated like a film.
Right.
And then you offer them this mantra. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be healthy. May you be safe. Right. May you live with ease. And you repeat that as many times as you feel like you need to. And then you have them, that person or that deity or that other sentient being of another species, whatever it is, whoever it is for you, living or passed away or transcended, you have them send that back to you, right? And you can feel the energy of that love literally seeping into your pores and into your body and sort of rest in your heart space. Right. And that is replenishing and powerful and beautiful, and that is one way that I serve myself. So I'm doing it all the time. And then, there are times when I will intentionally sit in meditation for as long as I feel like I need to, and do that. I connect a lot with, I'm a medium, and one of the ways that I enter that space is through that meditation. And so, that's one of the most powerful things that I feel like I do for myself, and that fills me with a sense of just a reminder. Okay, you're doing what you need to do, and you have enough to give. Your cup is running over, right? And so you have enough to continue to give. And I feel energized. Like after I work with someone, no matter what they've come to me with, no matter what emotional stuff they're letting flow out, no matter what's happening in the body, I can give and give and give, and then we wrap it up, and then I'm dancing with them out here.
Right. And it's funny because I remember this when we were the circle, back to the circle. My husband and I, you did that meditation, and when we left, I told him that I was thinking of him, and he told me that he was thinking of me. Yeah. And so I definitely felt what you were saying. Yeah. So it was wonderful, and so I'm there. I hope you guys are there.
Right. Get there. Get there.
I'm there, so you can. Definitely be able to, uplift yourself in these mantras, and I remember like every word that you said, I did it, and when we left, we were like, I want to say I said it first, that I thought that he was thinking of me, and then he told me, he was like, I was thinking you was gonna thank me too, and it could be because we're always together, but but we definitely did off of each other, and it was wonderful, and then we all got up, and everybody was dancing with each other, and then my husband leaves and goes, those are your people. I was like, yes, they are.
You have good people. You have a good tribe.
Well, you do, because they were all yours, and they were all, but they all befriended me, and we had a really good time, and I enjoyed them. Even to this day, like I said, I don't get on Facebook a lot, and with everything going on, it's hard to get to places and stuff. But I at least send solar return shout outs and things like that. Yeah. But well, I don't want this one to go too far. But if you're willing to stay for a second little interview, we could just do. Where are we on the? But I did want to share my gift. You gotta show them what you got. Show them what you got. Yeah. Now I'm not a restaurant owner, so I hope this is gonna be good.
This is my paper bag incarnation. See, we resemble it. This is my doppelganger, right? And this is the kind note on the back.
That's
Infinite
for doing
gratitude.
For doing the interview with me.
This is some beautiful.
Oh, it looks like ginger's at the bottom, so it needs to be
juice.
shaken up. Now, if you're interested, I'm telling you, I'm more about the health of things than I am about the taste of things. So,
oh yeah, me too. Me too.
So this is definitely ginger bite. It has the aquapana water. It has the dandelion greens, and it has cucumber. So if you would like shots.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, let me see if I can open.
Look, all the bubbles and fizzes. Is it
There
that
we go.
tight? Oh, okay.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
All that ginger. It's got a kick. You may want to have to get you some water.
Well,
first.
you know what? Julia, oh my gosh.
She makes it spicy.
Oh, it's so spicy. And we literally are just crouched over like.
But it gets that gut together.
Yeah, it does. I love this little shot glass.
Yeah, I have a game that these shot glasses are go on. I was like, oh, I'll just grab these real quick because, of course, I wanted to buy you little shot glasses, but my time, I gotta get better, guys. Hold me accountable. But I want to get a shot in, and we're gonna end off with a shot to see if
Adriena.
I love her. It's the spirit for me, okay?
Yes.
We're going to see if we can do this with a poker face, okay? Because I have a lot of beautiful sister goddess friends that says you have to do it and act like it's good so other people will drink it because everybody's not healthy. Like you and I, we're two healthy species. So we have to drink it without any faces.
I'm naturally an animated person. I have trouble hiding. Yeah.
Me too. So here we go.
It smells lovely. I can smell the cucumber. Okay.
You ready?
It smells so good.
On the count of 3.
1,
2,
3. Okay.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah. I've been desensitized. That was good.
Because I watered it down with some aquapana.
It's good. Yeah. You're not gonna die. Okay. It's not gonna burn your esophagus out. You'll be good. It's good. It's very tasty. Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing this interview with me.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Is there anything that you want to ask or anything that you want to say? Because I think I got all my questions answered. Like philosophies for someone like a sister philosophy. Like anything that you live by that's changed your whole perspective of life, maybe.
Well, one thing for sure is I try to treat everyone
Definitely
the way I would want someone to treat my child.
Good stuff.
That makes it real simple.
Good stuff.
Real simple. Also, I think one of the things that I live by, one of the philosophies I live by is to respect my mama.
We hit all 3 generations. The child, the mom. So what is that? The crone, the mother, and the child.
Yes.
So yeah, that's everybody.
Yeah,
Good
it's
stuff.
just listening to the wisdom of whether you agree or not.
That's right. That's right.
There's something to be gained. It may not necessarily. It may serve you in that situation, and it may not serve you in that situation. Okay. But it will eventually serve you in some situation.
I get it.
And if I had done more listening,
You've been
long ago. But yeah, I regret nothing.
That's right.
I do believe that every single challenge I have ever faced in my life has ultimately served me.
Agreed.
It doesn't feel like that necessarily when it's happening, and it doesn't necessarily feel that way when you're in a season of discovery and learning, when you're, but once you know who you are, once you really understand what it actually means to be a divine being inhabiting this experience, then it simplifies life. It creates sort of a clear pathway for you to journey down, and it takes the confusion out.
Right.
And then you know if you're operating in alignment with your truth or not. And then you can make decisions based on that. You know? And even if you get off track, because we get off track. That's what we do. We're human, right? But you know what to get back to.
Right.
It's a familiar place.
Agreed.
When you don't have that, you don't have anywhere to get back to. You're just floundering out there. So yeah, living with an awareness of the truth of who I am and the truth of who you are and the truth of who everyone is puts it all in perspective.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Way to end. I love it. And not an end, because I'm over here like I have so many questions, and I just want to not make this too long, but I hope you're going to stay just a little while longer for a little more interviewing.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
Thank you guys so much for watching. You are most appreciated. You blow kisses?
Oh yeah, I'll blow some kisses.
Okay, love your wholeness. Mwah.